Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar of ASTPP on what's new in version 7. Thank you for joining. Still, people are joining in the conference. We can see the queue and people are still joining. But let's get started. So, this is a 1 hour, 60-minute session on the webinar of ASTPP, what's new in version 7. So, the intention is to take you through the new features, improvements which we have added into the system. We have categorized them into the different, ways where you can have a better visibility on the features and have a better understanding, and where that business use case can fit into using those features. So myself, Samir Doshi, I am a founder of ASTPP and iNextrix. And with me, Alpesh is there, who is lead uh, development head of the product. And today, the things which you are going to see, he is mainly responsible for that. And he will be running the live demo of the system.
Hello
So,
all, thank.
and
Hi. Yes, Samir, please continue.
okay. Uh, and then, so today's basically webinar will be the intention is to take you through once again to take you through the features and improvements which we have done. There is no sales page, there is no pricing. It's just a pure product showcase on what we have done with the version 7. So yeah, Alpesh, maybe you can start sharing your screen and we can take through the slides and the live demos.
Hopefully my screen is visible.
No, yes, it's visible. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the next slide.
Yes.
So in today's webinar, we are going to look at the glimpse of version 7, the categories by the features category, which are the new stream. What are the features in a new stream which can enable you to, acquire a new, revenue stream, the operational efficiency which you can get, security, compliances, then the rapid functionality. So the functionality which are probably smaller or some small improvements which we have done in version 7, we will take them through those points. Then the small summary of the version 7, then how you can upgrade to the version 7, and then the live question answer. So that will be the agenda, and we will try to cover those things in the next 60 minutes. Yeah, next, please. Okay, so first is version 7 glance. So as I mentioned previously, we have categorized a couple of features with the different categories. So in new revenue stream, as we know, there are always an opportunity for us to grow our business. The operators has a possibility to earn more revenues with various ways. So these are all the points and all the modules which we have added. Same way, operational efficiency. So basically, that is the intention is to save the operators' time, the team members' time, so they can perform their business operations very efficiently. Same way, the in the world, we can see the telecom regularities are tightening the rules for operators. So we have tried to add a couple of features which can enhance the security and add the compliances. And then rest others are a couple of backend infrastructure changes or the system architecture or the improvement which we have done. So those are the points. So before we go ahead for the next revenue stream, the new revenue stream, let us show you the new layout which we have introduced in a version 7. We'll show you the changes, the improvements, and all those things. So Alpesh, please go ahead.
Yes, definitely.
And by
Mm,
the way, uh, we will be at the last, there will be a question and answer session. So if you have any question, or if you want any clarity, you can note down. And there is, and in the Teams itself, you will see the question answer session section button. So you can post your questions. So once the webinar will be finished with the content, we will be taking the question answer. And we will be answering you all of your questions. So yes, Alpesh, go ahead.
Yes. So this is the new and fresh UI. This is the login screen. So here itself you have buttons, different login options. Let me log into the admin panel. So this is our admin panel. This is a fresh dashboard. There is a different categories for the dashboard. If you want to monitor your servers, there is a separate server dashboard. Uh, Calling related the things you can monitor from the core dashboard, and other is a top 10 like summary. If you want to see like top 10 accounts, top 10 providers, some things. Okay. Otherwise, other side, we have a new fresh left panel which is more categorized. We have separated menu as much as it makes sense. We also modify some of the forms which can structured in a better way if you compare with the previous version. For an example, this is an SIP device form, so we categorize in 5 tabs: general settings, forwarding, voicemail, find me, follow me, and advanced sections. Apart from this, we have localizations, so which was a bit confusing in earlier version. So again, we divided into the sections as per the translation rules. So if you want to apply the origination side translation, termination side, destination base, so we have different categories. So now it is easy to manage. Apart from this, the clickables, all the clickables available in a header itself. You don't need to look somewhere else. Even if you open any form, it is located here. So clickable always on the header. So this was the overview of the new fresh UI of the ASTPP.
And then you can also have a dark and white theme. So you can easily do it,
Yes.
and system can adapt according to your system settings. So that is also available. So that was also in demand. Then also we have added the notification bar on the top side. So basically, whenever any new version will be there or any news will be there from ASTVP, you will always have a notification from there, and you can have a more detailed information when you will click on that. So those are the improvements which we have done. Of course, a couple of small improvements also done on the table level. The filters are quite easy to do. The records, you don't need to open a form, but so at some places you will find the inbuilt add or delete functionality within the table. So we have tried to save the time of the operators or the team who is performing the operations. So that's it. That's all about the glimpse of the new layout. Yeah, Alpesh, let's go back to the presentation.
Yes.
Okay, so go for the next one. So let's look at the new revenue stream. Okay, so as an operator, we know there are always an opportunity for us to expand our business. So till the version 6, you are operating with the voice. So one fine day, some customers come to you and they says we need SMS, and you don't have a SMS functionality within the system or a consolidated system. So basically, what you do is, our operator does is, they go to the third party, they use their system, and then they start operating two different systems. So that's where we saw the opportunity for the operators, that we can have the SMS functionality within the system, where you can start offering both the services to the same type of customers. So now with the version 7, the SMS functionality is just a click away. So you can just go to the add-ons, you can install the SMS functionality, and that will be exactly same as voice. So as you know, in the voice, basically you are doing routing configuration, rating configuration, you are configuring the free minutes, you have a reports. So exactly same way with the SMS also, you will be able to perform the rating, routing, free SMS. You will be able to you will be able to give it to your customers. The reports will be there for SMS, and then you will have at the end of the month for the postpaid customers, you will have a consolidated voice and SMS invoice. So now comprehensive system within the same platform. So that will be a new revenue stream, revenue opportunity for the upstream for the operators. So right now with the version 7, we have a Nexmo SMS gateway by default implemented in the system. Now the question is, what if we have any other SMS gateway? So we have a implemented a module in a such a way that you can bring any new SMS gateway. We have a full documentation available with the sample code. So in case if you want to bring any new SMS gateway, you just follow the document. You can download the sample code, follow the instructions, and once it is done, you can simply plug that back into the ASTP system, and then you have a new SMS gateway available. So that can be done something by yourself. If you have a tech team, if you have some background with the technical, you will be able to perform it by yourself. If you want to do us by us, we are always there to help you out. If you get stuck anywhere with the implementation, our team will always be there. So that is all about SMS. Let's go for the next point. Then another opportunity for the operators are surcharge. So till now with the version 6, we have seen many operators who are our customers, when there are holidays or when there are weekends or some peak hours are there, and they want to charge something extra or premium from the customers on with the per minute rate or per second rate, there were no provision to do it. So basically what they were doing is they go to the origination rate, they modify the rates, or they simply change the rate group for the customer. So those kind of manual operation they do to get the premium from the customers. Now that hassle will be removed with the surcharge module. So basically with the surcharge module, you will be able to configure weekend slot, holiday slot, or you can define the hours, peak hours, and then define your percentages. So basically once it is created, you just need to allocate that to the rate group. Now, whoever customer have that particular rate group, and when they will make outbound call, system will check whether any surcharge should be applied or not. If it is there, then yes, apply them that surcharge. The premium will be automatically deducted from the customer account, and you will find that in the CDR report. So no more doing manual work, no more forget, and then you have a discrepancy with the customer that you are charging anything extra. So those kind of disputes with the customer, system will automatically handle it with the surcharge module. Then the third is we have a vanity numbers available. So till version 6, we were not having any type of vanity number support. In many countries, still the vanity numbers are very, very popular. And that is also an opportunity for the operators to charge anything premium from the customer when you offer premium deed numbers, vanity numbers to them. So now if your customers are looking for 1800 flowers or 1800 company, their company name, then you have a flexibility to provide the vanity number support to your customers. Of course, your deed provider must support that. Then in the way, ASTP will be able to support that. If your upstream provider is supporting, of course, we are going to get the call in the system. And based on the configuration in the ASTP system, it will identify whether it is a vanity number or not, and then it will do the further forwarding. So simple configuration, and you will have a vanity number available. So that is the third thing. Next. Fourth is similar to SMS. Many of the time, operators have a challenge that their customers would like to have an auto dialer for marketing purpose or for the political campaign running or for any type of promotion. They would like to have auto dialer. Again, the same challenge. Operator need to find some other third-party auto dialer system. Then they route that call to ASTP system, and they using the ASTP system, they do the billing. Again, two different system managing, it is getting difficult. So we have introduced auto dialer. So again, the simple one click and you have an auto dialer available in the system. So with the system, with the auto dialer, you can configure your own campaigns with a different time. Wherever you would like to run the campaign, you can do that. You can upload your lead, the numbers which you would like to call out. So you can upload the numbers, you can define whether the AMD should be detected or not, and then what actions you would like to take. Then the flexible destination, when someone answers the call, the broadcasting is going on, and when someone answers the call, where should the call route? Should it play the audio file, or should it route to the SIP extension, or to the ring group, or IV, or to the any other PBX system, or IPPBX? So you can do those kind of flexible destination routing also available in the system. And then from within the same campaign, you can see the live running, the reports, like how many people have answered, how many has been busy. So those kind of disposition based various reports you will be able to see from the auto dialer module itself. So these are the four revenue streams so far based on the discussion we have found from the operators, and we have added into the system. Now let us show you how that is there in the system. So Alpesh, you can just navigate through the different modules, please.
Yes. Let's start from the SMS itself. So SMS is a enterprise category add-on. So you just need to enable this. So for the demo purpose, I already enable it. So inside the install category, you can see that SMS is already installed. Okay. So however, SMS add-on is installed, you can see the configuration the same as the voice. So tariff and carrier itself without add-on, there is no badges. But however you add, you have a clear differentiations like what is for voice and what is for SMS. So same like the voice, you can add your gateway. As Samir told, default we have a Nexmo integration. Okay, so I just configure the Nexmo gateway. You can in the same way like the voice, you can create the trunks, and you can link the termination rates for the trunks. So I have created this much termination rates. Other side we have origination parts, so customer is supposed to pay to the admin. So these are the origination rates for the admin for the SMS. Other side we have a rate group for the SMS. So inside the customer profile, you can configure your SMS rate group. This is customer profile. So after completing all the stuffs related to the configuration, you just need to apply the SMS rate group. So here is the option. Okay. So after completing this configurations, it is basically using the DID number as your from number. So however you install the SMS add-on, one new fields will be added in a DID, and it will be the SMS support. So just you need to enable the SMS support. Okay. So configure your buy rates and sell rates. And other side, inside the products, we have a package category. So however you install the add-on, there will be the count of the fields where you can configure the free SMS like the free minutes. Okay, and it is applicable for both the directions. And voice prefixes and SMS prefixes are different. So in this step you need to configure your voice, and in this step you need to just add your SMS prefixes. So we have a separate for both SMS and voice. So how to use SMS add-on? So basically this is designed for the customer who is supposed to receive and send the SMS. So I am redirecting to the customer login. So this is the customer login. For the customer, you have at least one purchase date. So I am showing just the DID number which I have. I do not have currently. Let me purchase one date. Sorry, this is already purchased. If you want to buy new dates, you can navigate to the purchase date, and from there you can filter the date you are expecting. Okay, so I have this date, and now I need to go to the service SMS, and there is a conversation menu. Okay, so this is the conversation menu. So whatever date number you purchase and which is capable to serve the SMS service, it will list here. And other side you have a conversation list. So it is basically the combinations of the caller ID and the SMS number. So from and to number, a and to number. So all the conversation you can see in a single chat. From the here you can send a new SMS as well. Okay, this is done. From the here you can back to the main. You can also the forward incoming SMS if you wish. So we given the forwarding option. So forwarding, you can SMS, you can forward your SMS in a two-way. First is the SMS on the PSTN number. So just enter your PSTN number, or you can send to email also. So you can add your multiple email with a comma separated value like this. Sorry, I did something wrong. This my forwarding configuration is updated. So forwarding means the copy of the received SMS will forward to either to your PSTN number or on your email. Original copy still you have inside the conversation list. Apart from this, we have a SMS report like the voice call details report, VoIP CDRS, voice CDRS. We have a SMS CDRS also. So there are some basic and the needfuls like the dates, what prefixes used, from number to number, debit value. You can see the tax, dispositions like SMS type standard, free, inbound, direction inbound, outbound, SMS count, or what you sent. So this was about the SMS. Other side admin have a full facility to show all the CDRS. So like the voice CDRS, we have SMS CDRS for the customer, reseller, providers. Admin still able to handle the SMS behalf of the customer. Okay. One thing I forget to show you how to start the new conversation, which is important part because it is directly connected with the deed. So initial requirement to start your SMS service for your client, for your customer, it is mandatory to purchase at least one DID number. If you do not have any DID number, you cannot ready to serve the outgoing or incoming SMS service. So you just need to add your numbers. Okay, so this conversation is started. Yeah. So this was about the SMS. Other things Samir mentioned about the surcharge. So it is also again the plugin you just need to enable like what we did for the SMS. So however this plugin is ready, inside the voice tariff section you have a surcharge. So it is very flexible, like you can link directly with the rate group. So a rate group standard rate plan rate group is associated with the 100 customers, so it will directly apply to the all of the 100 customers. So inside the surcharge you have two types of configuration. One is a conditional like day wise, and other side you have holidays. Okay, so this is about the PPT. So 10%, 25% for the holiday. So I have added condition for the India Wednesday. It is I raise the price. So 20% means what? So all the prefixes of the rate group have a cost per minute cost will be increased by 20%. Other side, for the holiday, there is, you can define the holiday like date and month. Okay, and you can enter the value like how much percentage you want to increase. Okay. Let me just make one call. Rate group, standard rates. I have for the prefix one I set 0.2. I am just making one call. Let me open the customer CDRS where we can set the billing. Customer accounts. So my call is being answered. I am disconnecting it. You can see here. Yes. So original price is 0.2. Surcharge applied to 50%. So for the 1 minute it's charged 0.3. So this was about the surcharge. Other side I have a vanity number. So let me show some configuration, settings. This is core. This is not a part of the add-on. So by default we are giving in a core system. So you just need to enable the vanity number setting. The prefixes means the DID number prefixes you can consider in as a vanity number. So you may have a different prefixes like this 1800 and minimum DID length. So minimum DID length is what customer is dialing and what you need to stripe. So if I go back to the example like 1800 flower. So from the my dial pad I am dialing 1800. F is equal to 3. L means 5. W means the 9. Oh sorry, O means the 6. W means the 9. E R S means 7. Okay, so I do not have such a DID number, and let me show you, but it will stripe digit one by one. While I'm dialing, so I do not have such a DID number, but I have a 7-digit DID number. You can see here, and it is routed on this PSTN number. So let me dial the original number. It is like 1800 flower, so it is equivalent to this. So my call is being ringing on my PSTN number, this number. So call is established. Let me show you the CDRS for the reference, like what number system detected and what numbers dial. So we can here clearly see this is my DID number and this is what the number where DID was transferred. So this is very useful, as Samir mentioned, for some of the countries which they are still using the vanity number. Next our concept add-on is again auto dialer. So auto dialer is again enterprise add-on. So however you enable this, you can see here the menu, campaign, CID pool. So we need to start from the campaign CID pool. So campaign CID pool name itself telling the pool of the CIDs, caller IDs. So first you need to create the CLI pool, then you need to load the caller IDs inside the CID pool. So just whenever you click, you can see the which CID pool you want to load. So once CID pool and CID is ready, you can create the campaign. The campaign is the things which decide how your campaign should run. Like let me go to one campaign. So for the caller ID selection, we have two options. Either you can use the DID numbers, fixed DID numbers. So whatever DID numbers you have, it will use as a caller ID. This is the single DID. There is no strategy. But if you go to the campaign CID pool, there is a different strategy. The full random caller ID means from the caller IDs pool, it will pick up all the caller IDs randomly, different for different count. Pin caller ID means you can pin the caller IDs for the particular destinations on hour or daily. Other is the destination based caller ID. So it is based on the destination numbers, and based on the destination numbers and its country, it will choose the caller ID which is more suitable. We have other side, we have call forward options, like we are while we are running our marketing campaign, so however our customer is answering the call, so we have a different options for the agent where you want to connect. Either you can simply play your prompts, or you can connect with the ring group, or you can forward to agent's PST number, or you can directly land on SIP device and other all the standard destination which is offering by the ASTPP you can configure here. Okay, this is how your campaign should run. So we have a start hour, end hour, and here you can select the day. So my campaign is running from midnight 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. all the days. If you want to run your campaign for a weekend, uh, you want to skip in the weekend, so set for Monday to Friday only. In this way, you can configure, and at the campaign level, you can load the leads, your client's number, where you're supposed to dial to call them, as well as we have reporting sections. From the list itself, you can run and post the campaign. You can navigate to the reporting, and you can see the campaign statistic, like what is how many numbers are new, how many are in progress. Other side, you have the call counts, and here is a table for the summary. So this was about the 4 new revenue stream which can helpful to you to generate the new revenue. Next is operational efficiency. Samir, please continue.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Alpesh. So basically, in the operational efficiency, so we have seen that operator team basically they are performing a lot of manual work. One task is they are receiving the rates from the upstream provider, and then they are uploading those rates, and then to get to upload those rates in a origination rate, and you add the profit and those kind of manipulations you always do. Here also, if you have one provider, which is absolutely good, but when you have a 5 or 10 operators, upstream providers, and you have to consolidate all of those things, and continuously uploading the origination rates and changing the origination rates manually, that is quite difficult for them to manage. So to eliminate the manual work for origination rate, we have introduced rate template. So basically, you create a group by country, destination name, and the call type. And then you can apply the billing increment, which is per second or per minute. And then you define the per minute cost. So basically, with that combination, whatever the number of prefixes are inside that combination, they all will have a same billing cycle as well as for a same uh, per minute cost. So for an example, in India, there is a India Airtel Mobile, there is a India Airtel Landline, then there is a India Airtel All or a fix. Then same way in India Vodafone, mobile, India, Vodafone. So those kind of combinations you always have with the country, operator, and then the call type. So you can consolidate it all those types and you can define that values. So, and then you once the rate templates are created, you can assign that rate template to the rate group. So now you don't need to manually do anything, any changes on the rate origination rate level. You just change whenever you have a new rates and you want to apply, just change the value in a rate template, and that will reflect automatically in the origination rate. So that will simplify the work for the operators and the team members. Similarly, origination rate history. We have seen many a time operator face the dispute with the customers because at the middle of the month they have changed the new pricing. Now your customer says, you were charging me X amount, now you are charging me Y amount, and your CDR reflects something else. So your CDR is reflecting the new rates. So then in the system till now we do not have any kind of rate history. So now we started locking the rate history for the origination rates. So whenever you will change the rates, it will lock that information in the origination rate history. So you will be able to identify from which period to which period what rate was there for that particular prefix. So that will help operators to keep the track of the origination rates. And when there is any dispute, they can always go back and look at that. Go to the next slide, please. Alpesh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then automated reports. Again, imagine a case where one of your team member always look at the CDR, maybe on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, go to the CDR and they need to export the CDR. They do the filter on the CDR report, they export the CDR, and then they do that further analysis, whether how many calls has been made, what was the ASR, or whether that customer has made a sufficient number of calls, or why the calls are less. So imagine a case where your team member need to go to the system on a daily basis, log in into the admin portal, go to the CDRs, create the filter, and then export that report, or on a weekly basis. Now that manual operations can be eliminated with this automated reports. So once you create the filter, then there will be an option to create the automated report. And there you can define when would you like to receive this automated report. Do you want daily basis, weekly basis, or on a specific interval you would like to receive this created filter? And then you define the email addresses. And once the automated report has been created, if you have defined it on a daily basis, so it will send last 24 hours CDR report on the defined email address in the CSV format, which means they completely eliminate login into the admin portal and finding and doing filtering on those subs. They can create this kind of automated report from a various modules. Modules like CDRs, summary, invoice, customer. So those kind of couple of 5 to 6 modules where they will see the automated report options. Go to the next slide. Alpesh? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then we do have security, compliances, and controls. And we have added a various options here. Go for the next one, please. Okay. So, now most of the system does have Microsoft, single sign-in or Google single sign-in. So now in ASTP system also, we have introduced the Google and Microsoft sign up and login functionality as well. So basically, if you have a new customer and they would like to do the sign up with the Google or a Microsoft account, they can simply do that. So no more password management and all those things. So they can simply using the Google and Microsoft, they can log in into the system. Of course, the normal login username and password is there for the other customers, but this is the additional functionality which we have added. And this is pretty simple. We have a documentation created. So you can just follow the steps. You can get the API information from the Google and Microsoft, and you can simply plug it from the system setting, and you are good to go. The single sign-on will be enabled. Second is for the compliances, we have added the DNC functionality. So the purpose of having a DNC is, as I said previously, regularities would like to block the numbers calling out, if they have enabled the DNC functionality. So previously we had call bearing management, call bearing model in the older version, version 6. But that model was quite complex. However, it was flexible, but it was complex. So we have removed the call bearing model and converted it into the do not call list DNC, and then the allow deny list that will be coming up next. So you can upload all your numbers here in the DNC list, and then system will not allow those numbers. You can create the records with the caller name, caller number, or the destination number. Whichever combination matches, it will block the number. So that is a global configuration at the moment we have in the system. Go for the next one, please. Allow deny list and the KYC. So allow deny list, basically what we have seen is you typically have A to Z rates tariff plan created. Now one fine day you have a customer and they just want to make a call to India and UK. Now, as you have rate groups created with the older system, what you need to do is basically you need to create a new rate group, manage the origination rate and termination rate, which allows only 91 and 44 prefix. And then you assign that rate group to the customer. Now, with the new system, you can assign the same A to Z tariff plan to the same customer, but you can create allow deny list. And in that allow deny list, simply mention 91 and 44, which means which means that this customer will be able to make only and only calls to US and UK numbers. They will not be able to utilize any other prefixes. However, that is also added into the tariff plan. So they will be limited. So that is most ideal case is when you have a new customer and you want to make sure they are not fraud. You ask them like what are the destinations and you allow only those destinations, and then slowly and gradually you increase the prefixes or you remove the limits. So that is how it can be done. On a flip side, you want to allow all the destinations, but you just want to limit them to, for example, US and South Africa. So you can create a new, allow deny list, add the prefix 1 and 27, and then you can assign this deny list to the customer. So they will be able to make a call to A to Z list except 1 and 27. So that is how you can, control over the fraud. Then we do have a KYC functionality. As you are operator field and you have seen that many of the telco providers or many of the deed providers have started doing KYC for the deed numbers. If you are a tier one, of course, you are directly getting it from the regularity. But if you are tier two, tier three providers, of course, you are getting it from your upstream provider, for example, Voxbeam or DWW or any other. Now, for each and every country, they have KYC rules. So, for example, in India, we have a rule that if we want to issue any deed number to any customer, they need to have passport and the driving license needs to be submitted and that needs to be approved. Then and then only they will be able to buy the Indian deed number. Similarly, in Nigeria, we have also seen that they have rules. They need to submit their business document and certain other documents. Once it is approved, then and then only they will be able to buy the Nigeria deed numbers. So in ASTP system, we have added the KYC module, which means now as an admin, you will be able to create the KYC rules for particular country. You can define what are the documents required, what are the mandated documents, and additional information you can upload. Now, if the customer is trying to buy the number and the KYC is not done for that particular country, system will not allow them to make a call. I mean, system will not allow them to purchase that particular deed number. It will redirect them to the KYC validation. They need to submit the document. The KYC application will come to the ASTPP admin. They need to validate. Once they approve the KYC, then and then only they will be able to, customer will be able to purchase the deed number for that particular country. So that is a major addition we have done in the system. Go for the next one, please. So these are the major categorized features which we have added. Now these are the lists which are medium to small level improvements or features we have added into the version 7. So in version 7, we have added click to call functionality, which is very flexible. So if you want to do the CRM integration or a website integration for the calling, you can always use this click to call functionality. There are a lot of configurations available which you can expand. Then we have added call barging, whisper, and spy functionality in the live call report. So again, for the regularity purposes. Then the WebRTC support. So we now have a support of a WebRTC. So if you have your own, WebRTC based soft phone, you can connect it with ASTPP system. SIP privacy header. So sometimes, when any SIP extension make outgoing call, and you would like, they have a requirement that the number should be private. They don't want to disclose that caller ID. So you have a SIP privacy flexibility in the SIP extension level. So you can enable or disable that. Then we have improved small things in a fraud detection to make it better. Then we have a call control in a live call report. So basically, if your system in a maintenance, you are doing something in the free switch level or open SIPs level or on a database level, which means all your calls are going to fail. So that is a bad impression to the customers. But now what you can do is you can enable or disable or start or stop button in the live call report. You can just enable or disable that button. If you will click on a stop, system will stop accepting new calls, and any new calls are coming, system will send them 503, which means your customer know that this system is under maintenance, so don't send any other new calls. So that additional thing which we have which we have added in the system. Yeah, please open the PPT. Then auto disable debug logs. So we have experienced that many times, either from our team or from operator team, they enable the debug logs in the system and then they forget to, don't change the screen, please. It's fine. Let's rapidly go through one by one feature. So they forget to disable the logs, and then eventually that impacts on the CPU or on a hard disk. So we have set the cron, which will automatically disable at a certain interval. For example, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it will disable the logs to make sure your production system do not get impacted. Then dark and light thing, which we have shown you previously. SIP device limit, that is additional thing which we have added in the system. So now, till now, your customers are able to create unlimited SIP extensions in the system, and you do not have any control to limit them. Now you have a limit. So in the customer profile, you can set, for example, 10, which means that customer will be able to create only 10 SIP extensions. So those kind of limit we have added. Dynamic session timeout. Many of the time we have got a complaint from the operators or the team that if they are working on the system and then suddenly admin login gets log out. So we have made that session flexible. Previously it was limited to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So now you can set it up to 1 hour, 2 hours. So that will not log out. Then CLI assignment, again, based on the destination, system will automatically select your CLI and then it will it will set the CLI. So that will be benefit to the operator to save the money. Then the DID provider trunk. Now we have seen many cases where you, for example, you have bought the DID numbers, for an example, from the DWW. Now you have a deal with the DWW that if any of your customers are going to use the caller ID, DID as a caller ID, which has been bought from the DWW, you want to send the outbound call from the DWW only, not from any other operator or any other trunk. So now we have added a functionality in a DID module where you can enforce which trunk to be selected when customer is using DID as a caller ID. So if customer is using DID as a caller ID and they are making outgoing call, and if that particular setting is enabled in your DID configuration, system will ignore any other routes, but it will only use the selected trunk in the DID and it will make outgoing call. So that is an additional functionality. Go for the next one, please. Additional improvements, we have upgraded the PHP version, data tables. The tables which you are seeing, it is a bit different for more flexibility. CSS, JS upgrade things we have done. Then we have introduced a billing cycle, which is weekly. So previously we had a daily and monthly. Now we have a weekly billing cycle available. Consolidated renewal emails. So imagine, in an older system, imagine a customer have purchased three different deed numbers at a different time in the same day. So one deed they have purchased at a 9 a.m., second is at a 2 p.m., and third is at a 6 p.m. So system was sending three different renewal notifications to them, or invoices to them. Now, system will not send for each and every deed number. It will consolidate all of those renewals and it will send one consolidated renewal email to them. So no more junk emails, no more additional email. It will consolidate all those information and send an email to customer just to daily one. Then billing cycle synchronization. Currently in the existing system version 6, you can have your product billing cycle running differently and your invoice cycle running differently. Now, what we have given option is you can sync both the cycles, which means system will automatically pro rata basis. It will calculate the billing of the product and deed, and it will sync it with the customer billing cycle. So one invoice will have all the information consolidated. Then the invoice format, we have somewhat improvement in the layout. We have improved product and deed control. So we have added new controls in a product and deeds. So product means basically the packages, free minutes packages. So controls like, can this package be package available to the resellers to resell? Can this package directly customer can purchase? So those kind of lot of combinations we have added into the product and deed. So more flexibility for the operators. Then the sticky destinations. So the idea of sticky destination is we have seen that many times if you are getting incoming call on the deed number and you want to route, if you receive the call on that deed number from that particular caller ID, which is XYZ, then you would like to route that particular call to one extension. And rest for any other caller ID, you would like to send that call to Y destination. So within the deed module, now you will be able to set the destinations. If you will set caller ID star and then the destination, so all the call will go into the particular destination. But if you will define XYZ is a caller ID and then the destination is equals to, for example, SIP extension. So it will route whenever system will receive the call with the XYZ caller ID, system will route that call to the particular SIP extension number. So that flexibility we have added. Now deed as a caller ID. So in case if you are doing any forwarding of the destination from the deed, then and if you check mark the use deed as a caller ID, then system will use deed number as a caller ID. Then bulk deed and release feature. So that functionality we have added, and FQDN that was also in demand. So right now we have a IP settings module available in the system, but many a time it happens that customers are using the domain-based, cloud-based system where they have a dynamic IP address. So sometimes it is not possible to whitelist all the IP addresses associated with that particular domain. So now we have a FQDN support available. So which means you just whitelist that domain, for example, xyz.com, and then system will automatically ping that domain at every 5 minutes interval. And whatever the IP it is resolving, it will save that into the IP settings automatically, which means you don't need to perform any manual operation. Just configure xyz.com one time, and then it will automatically whitelist the IP addresses. So now we have a FQDN based authentication available in the system. Go for the next one, please. So in summary, with the version 7, we have almost 21 new features available and 30 new improvements we have done. Go for the next one, please. So that is all about the version 7. Version 7 is pretty open for upgradation, whether you are on a version 4, 5, 6, no matter which version you are. If you want to get your version updated, please contact to your account manager or sales team, and they will help you out in the assessment of your current production system, and they will be sharing the plan, like how exactly the upgradation can be done. So that is all about it. Now, before we go ahead for the question and answer, we have what is coming up next. So version 7 is in production now. I mean, we have released that and a couple of customers have started using it. So right now, what my team is working on is basically, these are the couple of things. IP security enhancement. So now you will be able to do the whitelist or blacklist the IP addresses, which is directly connected with the fail to ban. And this module is also connected with the fraud detection. So that is also going to be an additional thing. X authentication header, which means if you have looked at the IP settings, there we have a combination of IP plus prefix. Now we are adding one more parameter, which is X auth header that will be flexible, which means you have additional security level layer by which you will be able to do the authentication. So now you will be able to do the combination of IP plus prefix, or you can do the combination of IP plus prefix plus authentication header, or you can combination with the IP plus authentication header. So you have a flexibility to do the various authentication. This X order will be there in a SIP invite. So you need to sign that in a SIP invite. Then MNP lookup. So dynamic MNP lookup is there in the system. It will be there in the system. So if you have a MySQL based MNP table, then you will be able to just configure the MySQL credential in the system, and then system will start looking at the MNP records, and then system will do the routing accordingly. Then the deed KYC, we have implemented the KYC, but the notifications is not yet there, and audit history is not there. We are going to add that. Then the DB optimization is in place. I mean, right now we are working on to make it much better. We are going to have that in upcoming version. Then customizable contact header. We have seen that a couple of countries provider are expecting to have the contact header with the caller ID. So basically, in the contact header, there is a user part. So ideally, typically, what we are sending is the free speech or whatever the extension number which you have configured in the gateway. We are sending that. Now they want dynamic. So what they want is caller ID, whatever the caller ID customer have set, it should be there in the same contact header. And that was a challenge previously. So we have customized the free switch, and now we will be able to have you will have a lot of flexible options where you will be able to set the different contact headers. Then we have added a PSA identity that is a bit unique, combination or unique requirement from one of customers. So we have added that here. Of course, when the version will be released, we will give the better explanation on that. Then the deed audio. So right now with the till version 6, it is happening that you have a deed number added into the system. That deed number is not active or destination is not set. So what is happening? Someone calling that deed number and then it just drops. You don't know what is happening with the deed number. So now you will have a flexibility where you can upload the recording file if and with the different conditions. So when the customer will dial the number, and if the deed is not active, you can play this destination is not available. Please try the number. So those kind of audio files you will be able to upload, and then it will be connected with the deed numbers. And then for the resellers, we have import caller ID functionality available. So right now it is with the admin only. Now with the resellers also it will be available. So go for the next one, please. So these are the couple of things we are adding. Along with that, we know that we have done many modification, customization for our existing customers. So for the migration, we are busy, porting those customization into the product to deliver them the upgradation. So team is busy with those. So along with these modifications, you will probably see any more functionalities in upcoming versions. So that is all about what was there in version 6. So version 7. So now we can go for the question answer. I can see many people have raised the questions. Okay, before that, we have seen, we got a question that, do we have any documentation available for a version 7? So yes, we have a version 7 documentation available, which is there, publicly available. And after this webinar also, we will send you an email with the latest documents. So you can refer that document. Second question is, what is the operating system version 7 is going to support? So we need Debian 12 for the version 7. So we will coordinate with you to if you want to upgrade. So that is the thing. Now let's take a question from the question answer section. So Guillermo said the DNC is connected to the government database, pulling it list from there. So basically DNC, what we have done is we have imagined that you have a MySQL table and you are populating your MNP data in that MySQL table where you have a couple of fields available. So my system, what it will do is you just configure the credential of your MySQL, give the table name, field name, those kind of mapping, and then system will start looking at that MNP table. And if any type of forwarding is, I mean, any type of porting is there, it will use the new prefix, use the new destination, and then it will route the call based on that. So connected with the government, you need to manage that. Our system will just look at the table which you have configured in the configuration part. Second question is on the auto
Uh,
dialer. What kind of
One thing I would like to add about the DNC to connect with the database. Like if you have a CSV file of the DNC number, you can directly import inside the system. So this is other way.
Hmm, right. Okay, so then other question is from Guillermo. On the auto dialer, what type of auto dialer do you offer? Predictive preview. Okay, so as Alpesh mentioned or show the information, so basically you can configure the from time to time and days, and based on that, system will send out the call. So those will be the power dialer. There is no ratio. Like real call center agents, so it's not something like that. It's just a broadcasting based on number of concurrent calls which we have defined. System will send out those calls. Again, the question from Guillermo: SMS, can we broadcast SMS to multiple customers? No, at the moment it is not there. Broadcasting is not there. That is just for the retailers, and retailers will be able to use the SMS using the customer portal and using the APIs. To connect the SMS provided, yes, APIs are available. Then SMS number can be shared number with the team size 20 agents to receive and send messages to complete history. So yes, SMS number is basically a deed number. So and the deed number will be associated with your customer. So when you will log in into the customer, you will be able to see, and then the complete history, and then you will be able to forward that whatever the SMS you are receiving, you can forward that SMS to either your PSTN number or to your email addresses. So those kind of thing will be there. SMS is only compliance to support Indian government, or does it make usable for USA? So that is a generic SMS module available. So we are not sure what are the rules for US. So we can look at that and we can help you out with, if we need to add or adjust anything with the system, we can always do that. Campaign CID pool for the United States has a 50 states. Each state can we use unique caller ID for it? Yes, you can do that. What about the community version? Okay, so as previously mentioned, the community versions, yes, we were working on a community edition. It is right now, unfortunately, we have kept it on hold. The reason is we are extremely busy on current customer for the enterprise to do the migration and for the new versions. So either we will resume with it as soon as someone from the team will be available. So we will keep sharing the update about the community edition. Then the next question is from Joseph. Question about the surcharge. We are in USA. We receive monthly international rate changes. Can I have those international rate always increment the sales price by 30%? So basically, if I understand you right, then in the rate group, there is a provision called markup. So what you can do is you can always define 30% in the rate group. So then you can just upload your origination rate, what you have received from the termination rate, and then 30% markup will automatically get added into your origination rate. So 30% will be your profit. FQDN, yes, Mohammed. We had a long conversation about the FQDN. So yeah, finally we have added that. Thank you. On SMS, do you support short numbers? We are not sure about the short numbers. If your upstream provider, I mean, did provider forward the SMS to those short numbers and you can add that numbers as a deed in the system, then we will definitely get that. So right now, the SMS module is working with the APIs only. So basically, we need the APIs from your upstream provider, and we will give the webhook to receive the SMS. So you can just configure the webhook to your provider account, your upstream account. So whenever they receive the incoming SMS, our system is going to get notified, and then we will be routing that to appropriate destination. Previously, we have a login bug in the system, even in the enterprise edition. Isn't better release a community edition first and get bugs filter with the help of community? That's true. That was the intention to do that, but unfortunately, the circumstances and the priorities has been changed. So we have released the enterprise edition first in place of the community edition. But we are on that, and we will work out. Unfortunately, I must say just one thing, that in 8.0, uh, we are making the system fully API driven, basically with the new architecture, new languages, new framework, and the system will be fully API driven. So so that will be the core part will be there. Then the enterprise will be part will be there. So of course we'll be sharing more information in upcoming months about that. The SMS billing module can be used to bill WhatsApp marketing messages. No, you cannot do that. But that's an interesting question. Maybe if you can share more information on how would you like to get it charged for the WhatsApp, we'll be happy to know about that. Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? I hope I'm answering to everyone. If any questions are unanswered, please let me know. Can SBS be used as a gateway to another system handling the distribution? So as I mentioned, we are giving the APIs. So your customer definitely use the API to send the SMS to our system. Then our system will authenticate the user. They will do the authentication. They will check the balance. They will check the routing and all those things. So that is how it is possible. For agentless dialer or IVR blaster, do you support AI text to speech? Not yet, but yes, that is in a pipeline. We are going to add that. The text to speech will be there in upcoming versions. We are going to have that. And someone also mentioned about the AI agent. So yes, it is possible to do the AI voice agent integration with ASTPP. We have delivered the voice AI agent integration with VoIP, with 11 Labs, with the phone.ai, a lot of others we have given. With the TLS and WebRTC, you can now support WhatsApp calls. Yes, we do WhatsApp call support for incoming. So basically, you just adjust your SIP profiles, and then you can do the rest of the configuration on a WhatsApp level. So incoming calls can be possible from the WhatsApp, and you can route that from ASTP system to anywhere else. So that is possible. In fact, recently we did that for one customer. Whoever needs the SMS distribution to the users, please connect me. Okay. Yeah, Bilal. Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Okay, Israel. Can I use the SMS module for bulk messaging campaign? Not yet. We have a retail module available, so you can do one by one. But of course, you have other system where you can do the bulk SMS. Then you can simply use our APIs to send bulk SMS. Can I customize each message for each recipient using Excel file? No. Uh, if you are using SMS API, yes, you can send uh, you know the two number and then text messages. You can set it by your own, and then you can call our API to send the SMS. So that is yes, you can do that. Very well. Any other? I think there is one more question from. Are you working on some interface with Meta WhatsApp? Uh, Not yet. We have done it the configuration on the backend level, but we'll see what are the extra settings do we need to bring it on a front end level for the WhatsApp. So we will see. We'll put in a list and let's see if anything will be there. We will add that. Um, FQDN support SRV. So basically, what we do is with the FQDN, we just ping that domain. So yes, SRV record you can configure by the DNS, and then we just ping that domain. And whatever the IP it is resolving at the moment, we are just saving that information in IP settings. So that will automatically whitelist the system. OS support. So basically, that is the operating system. So with version 7, we need Debian 12 version. Yes, Randolph. We do accept a WhatsApp call. Of course, we need to do adjustment on the free switch level and the SIP profile level to accept those calls. But yes, it is possible to accept the call from a WhatsApp. And of course, you need to do some sort of adjustment on the WhatsApp level as well, the Meta account. By the support, TLS is by default or 92. So TLS, basically, you just need to do the configuration on the SIP device, SIP profile level. You just need to add a couple of settings, and then you will be able to do that certification, configuration, or all those things you need to do. What about SMPP? We'll see, Amir. Probably we'll be in touch with you to have that support added. But for SMPP, we were talking with someone else that there is another SMS. There one is a kernel, and then there is another. There is another. I forgot the name. There is another provider who is also supporting SMPP, which is similar to kernel. So basically, that open source is providing SMTP support as well as API support. So what we were looking at is you have that install and then you enable the API support. So that with that SMTP gateway, you connect it with ASTPP. So basically, ASTPP will send the SMS to your SMTP gateway, and then you convert from API to SMTP, and then you send that call to your upstream provider. Is there a ticketing on the platform? Yes, we do have a help desk module available, and you can just install that ticketing module, and then you can create a different department. You can assign different administrators, different admins you can assign, and then your resellers and your customers can raise the ticket, and then as admin you can answer them. Then Bilal, if we configure the package, for example, one channel in the package, and if the customer hit 2 or 3 channel, do ASTP reject the call, or we can set up? No, at the moment, if you have defined only one concurrent call, system will reject the rest of the concurrent calls. But it's a good idea. We can probably think about adding a surcharge on concurrent calls if they exceed it. Thank you, Bilal. So, okay. I'm in an SSN. Can I create a ticketing when the caller raise an issue? I'm not
I
getting
think
you.
I think we have a help desk also on a dashboard, so the you can directly communicate with the ASTPP through the ticketing, as well as I think we can relate with it. I mean, agent is there a plan?
In regards to ticketing, is there a plan to integrate incoming email instead of just using SMTP for sec? Amir, we have incoming SMS, incoming ticketing also available with the SMTP. So you can configure your SMTP credential to receive the incoming tickets. So once you configure the incoming SMTP credential, And when someone send email on that particular email address, for example, support at astpbilling.org, then system will raise the ticket in the system, in ASTP system, and as an admin, you will get the notification. And again, the same thing you can reply in the ticket. Again, you can reply it by the portal, admin portal, or you can directly reply from the email itself. And those all those conversation will be locked against that particular ticket. So we do have that functionality. When a caller calls and raise an issue, can an agent create a ticket and assign to the department that can handle that issue? Yes, you can do that. So when you raise a ticket, there is a provision to select the department. And once you select the department, that ticket will belongs to that particular department. So that is possible. You can do that. Okay, we are just taking 1 more minute and then we will close the webinar. And then if anyone have any other questions, we can always connect one-to-one and we can discuss it out. So Israel says, can I use auto dialer to make bulk calls that consist only for audio message or survey? You can do it for audio messages. We do not have a survey at the moment. So get email regarding the tickets. Yes, Kam. Customer will also get the notification. So basically, when you create a ticket, you just select the customer account, select the department, and they will get the notification on that. Very well. So fine then. I think we have almost cleared all the questions. Okay, Robert says, do you going to work in a team interface? I'm not sure about your question, Robert. Roberto, yeah. Is it possible to integrate via API with the CRM like Zoho CRM? Yes, in fact, with version 6, we have a Zoho CRM integration available, which is also supporting WebRTC. And we do have a support integration with, I believe, with the Salesforce as well. We haven't yet ported in a version 7. So if you are looking for a Zoho CRM integration, we do have it. And of course, if you want to do integration by yourself using the API, you can always do that. Can we access to? Yes, once this webinar will be done, tomorrow we will send an email to all the attendees with the recording as well as with the documentation link. So you will have all those information. Microsoft Teams integration, that is in a pipeline. Yes, we are planning to add that, but it will take some time, but we are going to do that. Okay, so I think that's all. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time, for your support so far with the ASTPP. Please, if you have any feedback about the webinar, about the system, please let us know. We are always open to receive the feedback, improvements which we can do with the system. And the intention is to help the operators all over the world to make their life and their business much more easy. Thank you very much and have a great day. Thank you.